right? It was Naomi's first show back, and
He's so happy.
Oh my gosh, we were so thrilled. I love you.
Good moment.
I love you. So it was just like life coming full circle. And this product is amazing. It literally has changed so many people's lives. It's something that for your hair and your nails as well, which is kind of a happy byproduct. The story behind this is incredible. And I'm not the only one, since we literally have had over 200,000 of these ordered. Its sister product is the way that we at QVC wanted to kick off 2025, where you're focusing on you, but the stories here are incredible. I just wanted to let you know what we have. It's all back in stock. A lot of Naomi's products are often sold out. That is why I have gone to her website. But if you love Easy Pay and you love QVC, and again, you have a 90-day return policy on this and everything, let's take you through what the options are. So the 30-day is actually sold out because people find this at QVC.com. So now we have the 60-day, which we think is a great way for you to go. 500 left only. And in this show already, we've had several hundred, right? 300 people jumped ahead to this, Naomi. Not surprised, because it is her all-time bestseller. So the 60-day, as we said, is going to be $26.66. Again, it's always easy because it's 2 capsules. So no matter what you're taking, you just put the 2 in. And like I said, I'm not a capsule person, and I wouldn't go a day without my OMI. The next option is going to be $120. This is always where everybody goes, and we are not disappointing. You're doing it again. That's like, when you think about it, under $2 a day. Okay, listen to the story, because it stopped me and Courtney in our track when we had our very first meeting with you, because it is so fascinating. Do you want to start with the photo of you with your lovely physician friend? Yes, your doctor friend.
So I travel all over the world, and I have the privilege of working with some of the very top research scientists. I always ask them one simple question, like, tell me what makes you most excited right now. Like, what are you thinking about? And so here I was in Calabria, Italy. That's Dr. Elizabeth Janda. And I took a quick selfie, and you can see my hairline, and you can see that big open spot, and you can also see on the side of my hair how much less hair I have. And that was about 3 years ago. So when I saw that selfie, I was like, okay, Naomi,
this is what you do.
You're gonna do something for yourself. And 10 years before, I met, by amazing chance, this incredible human being, and his name is Dr. Rob Kelly, and he lives in New Zealand, and he has done thousands upon thousands of experiments around how to activate and support the anchoring of the hair follicles. And so I reached out to him and I said, Dr. Kelly, can I come and experience everything that's in New Zealand, because I really need to help myself. I'm a founder, I'm in the wellness industry, and I am really suffering from excessive hair loss. Like, I am shedding like crazy. Everywhere I look, there's hair. And so I went to New Zealand, and I wasn't expecting to fall in love with the sheep the way I did.
Do we have the picture of the sheep? Because this is like my favorite part. Wait till you see this. It's so amazing.
And there are incredible sheep over there. In fact, what happens with sheep, and you can see, this is a specific type of sheep. This is called a strong wool sheep. And in that amazing wool, first of all, they never lose their hair. It doesn't just fall out. And they don't have like these areas of loss where you can see that the actual loss is there. Because in that wool, it's packed with keratin peptides. So all of these amazing keratin peptides. So this wool is carefully teased, and an extract is made so that we can benefit in the same way to really support our hair, starting at the roots. So starting at the follicle. And I'm going to show you, when you see this follicle, there are all of these gold bands that surround that follicle. And what's so fascinating is those gold bands are really the peptides that hold the hair in. You see those gold bands? They hold the hair in. So over 12 weeks, when you are taking our hair nutrition, it's helping to support healthy hair. It's helping to support the reduction in hair loss just by simply taking our 2 capsules every day. So our follicles all over our head, we've got about 100,000 of those.
Okay.
And as we age, those follicles can become weaker, right? They can loosen up.
Again,
that's just part of it.
That thought of, well, it just comes with getting older. Like, you know, I remember, you know, seeing on Friends or my mom or my aunts or whatever. This is dramatic. And can you show? Because I know you brought your little hair guy
Yes.
with you. This is what did me in. I was like, oh my gosh. And you know what? Is it ever too soon to start?
No, absolutely not. So, okay, because I created this for myself, I was thinking about all of the different aspects of the science and how it works. So I want to start by telling you, each and every one of you that take this or that are getting this today, it works for. So 100% of the people in the clinical study, 100% of the women in the clinical study benefited from the product. So each and every one of us benefits. And the way that they benefited is, I want to show you this. So this is how much hair we lose on average over 90 days. Can you imagine? We lose anywhere from 50 to 150 hairs every single day. Now, when you
Okay,
take...
like that is just make. If you haven't put
lot.
this in your cart yet, this is your moment to do so, because look at that.
I'm going
Look
to
at
save
this.
you so much time of cleaning.
Yes.
As well as helping you to not lose that hair, that excessive shedding, right? So every single person in the study held on to at least 20% of the hair that they would normally lose, that would normally shed.
At least. Did you
At
notice
least.
that? At least.
And the average was 36+%,
Wow.
okay? So just think about this. And then you can think about compounding interest. So I have been on the hair nutrition for over, well, it's close to 3 years now,
Right.
to over 2.5 years. And I get so much benefit. My hair is better now than it was a year ago. It's better now
Right.
than it was 6 months ago. I just did more before and afters 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And the doctor that did the before and afters, he said to me, Naomi,
Yeah.
I wish I could claim these. And he is one of the top hair experts
Right.
in Hollywood,
Wow.
right? Like you can imagine. And look, there's just a few little hairs. And I brush my hair, if I'm lucky, once a day. Right?
And you used to have so much. We have more before and afters. We've had 500 ordered. People are wondering, is this for women only?
So the clinical study was done on women.
Okay.
And if you look at the before, 90 days later. So if you think about 2 simple capsules and 90 days later, her whole hairline has changed. You can also see the hair on the front of her forehead that's there.
Yes.
And that is a sign of health, of wellness, of beauty, right? Like we care about our hair.
And then your nails were the happy accident, right?
know.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
to the point
true.
where we had to put it in the name, because it's now hair nutrition with nail support. Look, and again, this is a woman, maybe my age. Look at the difference after 90 days, and that's the 90 days to love it or return it. That's why 500 of these have already been ordered. You see that dramatic difference. When we have Naomi here, you're hearing from the creator, the founder, the expert, with your starting in the world as a nutritionist, saying, okay, we need to think of what we're putting in our bodies. Think of how much you spend on the outside of our hair.
know.
You know, we're now spending lots of money on really great dryers and stylers. We spend a lot of money getting our hair cut and colored. We spend a lot of money on the products that we use to shampoo. Hopefully they're clean beauty that I love. But let's face it, this is taking it to that next step and that next level. And the exciting thing is you can do it today while we have it. Just to remind you, the 120 supply, which again, 2 a day. So you'll just take 2 a day. This is the most popular choice right now. We also have it in the 60-day supply, We only have 450 available, and everybody gets the 90 days to love it or return it. But Teresa from Texas wants to talk to you.
Yay!
Hey, Teresa, and if we know anything about Texas, you love big hair in Texas, right, Teresa?
Yes, we do.
Well, meet Naomi, and welcome
Hi,
to an
Teresa.
hour of OMI.
Hi. I am so glad to see y'all. I've been wanting to call in because it is true. About a year ago, I I got sick and I lost my hair. Well, 2 years ago when I got COVID, I just lost it. It just came down. I went to the doctor. They said they couldn't do anything. I bought shampoos, everything until I saw her product. I bought the first bottle that you did for $180. It was $180, the big bottle.
Yes.
And I've been buying it ever since. Not the big bottle, but the 60 or the 120. I can tell you right now, my hair has grown like crazy. I brush it and nothing comes out. Forget the shampoos. Forget the shampoos. And I'm 67 years old.
Aww.
67. And I can tell you, I want everybody to know, please try it. It does work. Definitely, it does work. I cannot thank you so much for finding this for us, because I know shampoos sometimes work, but this does work. And this is all I take a day. And God bless y'all. I am so happy. And I am taking the bladder also.
Love that.
Oh,
Yes. Jane
Teresa,
favorite.
that makes me so happy. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to call and to share your story. For me, like I said, I needed it myself. And then because I've spent my entire life going all over the world and having the privilege of working with some of the greatest minds in their respective scientific fields, when I was able to bring this here to QVC, I just knew that we were in a position where we could really share something that would be life-changing. And I'm so happy to hear how it's changing your life. And every day that you have a good hair day, it fills me up and it inspires me. And I would love to see a photo of you, send it to us. We just love to celebrate this great news.
And that's not the only thing, my nails. Every time I go do my nails, everybody asks me, how do you get your nails so pretty? I said, they think it's fake. It's not fake. I said, these are my real nails. You should see the compliments I get with my nails everywhere I go.
Oh,
You
as
made
you
my day.
should, Teresa. Thank you for calling. Thank you for helping someone who's listening
And please
in.
make that big bottle you used to make for $180.
Make the big bottle, okay?
Okay,
All right.
we will.
Our buyers are listening.
Thank
We'll work
you.
on it, Teresa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And here's the thing. Teresa took that leap of faith.
Yes.
Because we get it. We are bombarded with social media, with
Yes.
news stories, with all kinds of things. And, I get that we all should be very skeptical, and we should really be someone that, we're doing our own research. And come to QVC, because having been here for 38 years, and we've had now 600 ordered, did you tell me, Ellen? So over 600 gone. Almost everything is in the 120. But here, that we do not go on the air, and this is the way we've been from day one, without everything being substantiated by the claims
Yes.
that you see on air. So, and you have 90 days to love it or return it. We're not going to be gone tomorrow, right? We've been here for 38 years. So we're going to be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So the fact that we're bordering now on nearly 250,000 of these bottles ordered in just a little over a year, because OMI came back to QVC in February of 2024. This is the bestseller. You heard Teresa, and I think that is why so many people just love it. We've had live testimonials in the studio when we've done our hour-long. Sometimes we just sell this for a whole hour. That's what a big deal it is.
Yes. I love it. I think if we all just recognize, okay, as we age, our follicles are going to age as well, right? And they're not going to be able to hold on as tightly as they could to our hair. So we can experience shedding, hair loss, and it can become excessive. On average, we're losing 50 to 150 hairs every single day. That's a big number in and of itself, and
Show
that's
what
not
that
even
looks like.
excessive. So over 90 days, because I wanted to show, like, the clinical study is done over 90 days. So it's simple. It's 2 capsules every day. You do it for 90 days, and that's where the benefits are coming in. But then the benefits continue.